Penny Jake, the tribe has spoken.
Fuck you, Kevin.
Aw, fuck you too, sweetie.
I'm JJ, one of the original Tribe of Nerds members. You can catch me on Marvel, Pokemon, and other gaming podcasts.
What up? It's Josh, resident superhero nerd, but I also dabble in the occasional super villain as well.
Some may know me as the Chaos Gremlin, but really I'm just Joe King.
Pikachu, use Volt Tackle! Good job, Pikachu!
On the Tribe of Nerds. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Tribe of Nerds. Kevin and I are here for episode 5 of Survivor 48, a really good episode. So glad to air it again because, wow, just an incredible message, really inspirational, and I'm sure we're going to get into it, so.
Once again, if I had tear ducts, they would have been in use this week. So good. Like, I hope that in my life I am nearly as good of a person as Joe is on the island.
Yeah.
And like knowing that it's a game based on like social connections for $1 million, and like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because she's like
Yeah.
So good.
I've never seen anything like it ever in any other season. Like this.
And like that is overshadowing the Blindside of Tribal Council.
Yes.
It was a great episode.
Yeah. The Blindside that was like a viewer blindside as well, because I don't think, like, I guess there was like one breadcrumb that could possibly lead to it, but we thought it wasn't leading to that, and then it did. So,
right.
So yeah.
I mean, the lesson to be learned is Cedric is an idiot.
I'll talk about it. I don't think it was like I don't think he's going to win it all. I think he's not a great player. I don't think it's as bad as his Justin decision, but I'm not saying it's like it probably won't end well.
We can get into it.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
He's replaced Thomas now that Thomas is gone.
And unfortunately I have him, but whatever. We'll get into it now. Okay, so we start the episode. Kyle and Camilla are trying to do damage control after getting Thomas out. So, I mean, they handled it pretty well. So,
I mean, the thing about it is you have to vote for someone, right? Like that's the deal, and you have to try to make sure it's not you. And sorry, like it's not personal, but like that's the game we all signed up to play.
Exactly. And I mean, I think this is another, like, I'm trying to find the word. I don't know if it was like it hasn't been talked about as much as like the conversation that Vula had at their camp about like life issues and about like race and all this other stuff that I think has been overshadowed by this other moment.
Right.
So I'm interested to talk about that when we get there, but we do get the reward challenge, which is throwing the sandbags at the rotating targets to release the balls and then bounce the balls into the basket. And then,
did you hear Jeff make the ball joke, by the way?
I didn't. I heard that other people were saying that he made this ball joke, but I didn't hear it in the moment.
Well, it was something like it was very overt. It was like, just like in life, your balls will drop and you get to, that's what just like in life, your balls drop and you move on to the next stage. And I was like, Jeffrey.
We love when like Jeff and JLP do these ball innuendo jokes, but I thought Jeff had been done with them. Because I thought JLP was the one who was now making the innuendo jokes, and no, Jeff is back.
Listen, balls dropping is just, it's funny.
I don't know. I think I said it on one of the other podcasts. I think my favorite Jeff innuendo is I think One World, and it's the holding the discs, and I think Troyzan wins it, and he's like, Troyzan's balls haven't moved in a really long time, and Troyzan's just like, oh. So I think that's my favorite one. There's a lot of good ones though if you go back in Survivor history.
It's
But
just it's just funny.
yeah, it's so good. So yeah, rolled 3 balls in the holes, and Loggy wins the sanctuary where good things happen because we're gonna be trapped.
This is like the thing that I don't want to get on Survivor, right? And have to say the line because it's gonna annoy me so much. Like where good things happen. Like I have such a problem with authority that they're gonna be like, no, say this. And I'm just gonna be like, where good things happen.
Oh my God, it's just so like I hate that they're just using the same reward every season for the new era. It's never gonna be different now.
They could even listen. They could have like 2 sanctuaries and not call it the sanctuary,
Right.
and just say you're gonna get a reward. You're gonna get to leave your beach, and like maybe one of them can have a shower too. Like you're gonna leave your beach and take a shower and lay on a couch, right? Like you could have 2 different ones. One is more like comfort based, one is more like food based, and you don't call it anything. And that's just like sometimes you get a food reward, sometimes you get a comfort reward, right? Like, but like they focus on this is the sanctuary, and you will go there every other episode, and you will like it because you will eat the food that we give you. It's like,
Yeah.
stop that.
Yeah. I guess the only thing that changes is whatever they serve there for food, but otherwise, yeah, it just never changes.
Probably some poorly made pizza.
Yeah. Survivor pizza just sucks. Like I said that for Australian Survivor this past.
But like, if you're there and you haven't eaten in 2 weeks, it's probably delicious.
Oh yeah, I mean your standards are so low at that point because you have not eaten.
Correct.
So yeah, and then the Vula tribe wins pastries. And so we get the reward. We get David with his milk. So
I was disappointed for him that there was no chocolate syrup to go with it.
yeah, I know that should have been a thing.
When I was watching with my friend, because we watch together every week, she was like, milk? I can't imagine being like excited to drink milk. Like she was so grossed out, and I was like, no, this is his thing.
Yeah,
it was just funny.
So then yeah, Vula does have the race conversation. So I think this is an incredible moment as well. They all get to share about, how they have all been impacted by that, like the different ways they were brought up and grew up. And no, this was incredible as well. This is a tribe of all people of color.
Yeah, and I think it's like this is when like this whole episode is really good, but like this is one of those things that like reality TV is great for is letting people share their stories, so that it's not like preaching, and it's not like and you're wrong for that, right? It's just like, yeah, this is what happened to me, this is what my life was like. And like there are so many people who have not experienced that and like hear it for the first time, and it's presented in such a way that it's not like, I can't imagine people being combative about it, like there's no argument to be had. It's just like, oh wow, this person's life is just significantly different than mine. And like there are so many excuses as to why you wouldn't think that otherwise in the show, right? Like because they are successful in other ways, and they are like they do other things, so you could just identify with those things. And so having this kind of is the reminder that like, yes, like there are things that unite us all, but then like there are people who have different stories than you, and like you should respect that. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this moment as well. And then Siva, we get Chrissy and Say feuding. Apparently Say is taking food that she shouldn't be, although this was one moment where Say's not my favorite either, but like when you're getting mad at someone about eating, like I don't know, like just to me it seems like it was a situation that was taken out of context and
Right. And Chrissy has done nothing in the season,
yeah.
and Say has done so much.
Mhm.
And I can't help but think that like this was just done in this episode to make us feel like, for us to be blindsided
Yes.
later, for us to think that Say was going to go.
Yes.
I can't imagine this is good for Chrissy long term.
No.
Like, I think Say is going to get her revenge.
Yeah, I do as well at this stage. So, all right. So now we get to the immunity challenge.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Oh God!
So the challenge is pulling the boat with the chest in it, unbraid the ropes. All four that are competing have to roll the ball across the table maze. So yeah, let's talk about this moment. So Vula does get first, and now it's down to Logie, and it's down to Eva. Eva cannot get it in and getting frustrated, and
the whole time, like, we kind of knew that this was going to be a thing, that like Eva was gonna have some kind of so like you're also watching it like on pins and needles, like when is this going to happen? When is it going to happen? And like that it happens at the end, like it's the culmination, and like she is the last person to go. She's the last person to get it. Like it was so dramatic. It was so like, and watching her like slowly break down as she's doing it, and just like forcing herself to try again, but like you can see her eyes. It's like she's losing it more and more.
yes.
Oh my God, it was so good. And Joe like quietly cheering her on from the side.
Yeah.
It was so good. It was so good. And like, I know that Jeff is not as like dumb to what's going on as he likes to play. Like, he's a producer. He's knows what's going on. He knows who's working with him. Like, I'm sure there are times that he isn't 100% sure, but like Jeff is aware, I mean, of like what's happening.
Yes.
So he had to know that Joe and Eva were close anyway.
Right.
But like, then to see the like as supportive as they all were, like her whole tribe is like, you did great. Like, don't, like, they were amazing to her already, but like it wasn't enough. And like he could see, and it was like for Jeff to be like, no, go ahead. Like, this is go, like, and but like also at the same time, they both have that ability to do that because they both just won. So like, maybe you'll use this against us later, but you're not going to use it against us tonight. So like, it also like added a layer of comfort to allowing that to happen.
This moment, just I said it, my reactions to it. I just think this was something very special. We've never seen this on the show before, and just like how how Jeff was able to react to it, and how just everybody was able to react to it, just so special. And then just the moment of Joe actually comforting her, doing exactly as she told him about, and oh my, it was something special, and I don't think we'll ever see anything like this again. And
no, and like the reaction to it, like my social media, this was all like, it was like, it's still like people are still posting it today. Today is Sunday. The episode was Wednesday. People are still talking about it. Like, it's annoying to me how sometimes Survivor like hunts for awards, right? Like, they're sometimes hunting for the Emmy, and like, you don't even need to. It's right here. It's right here. Just like
they can have
cast the people. Yeah, like, you don't have to create the story. The story will create itself if you cast the right people. And like, it's just I think this is the beginning of what we saw in episode 1 of Joe will sacrifice his game to help her. Like, I think this is the beginning of that. Like, they won't necessarily be a huge target right away because everyone likes them, but they are clearly a duo, and they're clearly going to need to be split up.
Yeah, it's a risk, because I've seen people saying, "Oh, Jeff blew up." I don't think there was any way to go around this, and Jeff's just kind
But
of
but also, based on what we were saying, I don't think it was a secret, right? Like
No,
the way
no.
like she was looking to Joe, the way Joe was looking to her. Like I don't think anyone didn't see that connection already anyway.
Right.
So like you might as well let him do the thing because
Right.
it's obvious already anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we get Jeff crying, which he has shed a few tears on the show before, but not like this. And
Right.
This is
Well, it's very like he's talked about being a parent. Like it is very like
Yes.
caretaker. You know, like the people that I take care of. I want to have someone like Joe when I'm not around. Like it's very that. It's very like ah. So I mean, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. All right. Well, after that moment, so I mean, it does lead to this moment back at the Loggy camp. So Eva does help Star solve this idol. Star hands Eva the Loggy idol.
Star just bought herself like top 6, right? Because
Yeah.
here's the thing is that like this is from like a viewer's perspective, right? Like a storytelling perspective. We know from episode 1, Eva is a main character. We know that. We have been shown that again and again and again. And we love her and she's great. So good. We want her to be a main character. We have seen that Star and her were like butting heads, right? They're going against each other. So we know if that happens, Star is going to lose. Like that's the writing that's on the wall. We also see that we have a couple of other people who are kind of at the bottom, right? And Star is one of them. So like Star could be one of these people who goes when they start cutting people because she's against Eva, but now she's not against Eva. So now she has bought herself, right? Like not that this is a conscious decision Star made, but like within the context of the story, like this is the moment where Star goes from being at the bottom to being more in the middle and more of a player and like someone who is to be taken seriously, right? Like not that Star was like, oh, let me give Eva this thing and that will buy me this, but like that within the story, like, this is the turning point for Star. This is where Star goes from down here to up here. And Eva's still up here. Like she's still got work to do. But, like this is a huge step. So good for Star. I'm glad she's on my team.
Yeah, like I think it was kind of okay, Star, but I mean she did put herself now in a position where Eva's now going to want to work with her. They have this relationship now. So I do think
they have a bond now and like especially with Bianca being gone too, like when those purple people come back together, like they'll be more inclined to want to work together.
Yes. I think now, they're going to work together now because of that. And I'll say this on my predictions, but now I think it seems from the preview that David is also going to jump in with them because he also bonded with Eva, and it seems he's going to want to work with Joe. Also being like the two strong, athletic, muscular men.
Listen, hi. When I'm in these positions, I also want to be surrounded by those people because as soon as I'm the only one left, I am now the big target. So, like, not because I'm like a big dumb meathead, but like those people are a shield for me as much as I'm a shield for them. So if they go, I'm a sitting duck. So it makes sense. Good. They should work together.
Right. Absolutely. All right.
I could see Charity going.
Yeah.
What has Charity contributed? I could see Chrissy going. What has Chrissy contributed?
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we get to our predictions. But all right, we get to right before Tribal, and we think it's gonna be Say probably going.
Right. We are so led to believe. So they all think on the beach that all 5 of them have a vote. So they think that like Cedric is kind of basically like, well, I'm not gonna vote for Say, but Say is gonna go.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Right. And they're thinking that Bianca, Chrissy, and Mitch are all going to vote for Say. Because it would be 4-1, but Cedric is kind of the sympathy vote to like, no, I'm not going to do that. And like Bianca kind of comes to him and he's like, well, I mean, I'm going to vote for Chrissy. Like you can see a little bit of like, well, I mean, maybe if you want to jump ship and you vote Chrissy too. And she's like, well, funny story about that. I don't have a vote. And he was like,
yeah.
I'm big dumb Cedric about this. So it's
Yeah.
like, which great for me because I love what Say brings to the show. So like,
Yeah.
good, keep her around.
Right. Well, never go up to Cedric and talk about your vote, clearly, because that's the same mistake Justin made, not
Right.
telling him before the vote. And
The only thing that disappoints me is that Say was in this position to, like, she could have gotten them to vote Cedric if she had been doing the work for that leading up to this. She couldn't flip it at the last minute, right? Like, that's impossible. Like, she has burned too many bridges. He's made too many inroads. It's not going to happen that way. But like, if from the beginning she was doing what she did to Bianca and being like, you decide about Cedric for yourself. Yeah, like, she could have done more of that and like ingratiated herself a little bit more and not been so like, I just don't think her and Chrissy in any world get along super well together, but like, try it a little harder and make Cedric be the outcast so that the votes are on him and not on her. I wish she had done that. But oh well. I'm glad she's still there. I mean, no hate to Bianca, but I like her better than Bianca. So
yeah. Well, so we get to tribal, and we definitely think it's Say. Chrissy's gonna get a vote or so. But we get to the vote, and Bianca's blindsided 2-1 over Chrissy and Say, as Chrissy and Cedric vote her out. So
I am floored by this. I mean, I guess it's a good blindside move on Cedric's part, right? Because Mitch also got left out of that.
yes.
Right, like, Chrissy didn't tell Mitch. Like, what? Because they even show they show Mitch voting, and you're like, oh yeah, like, well, Say it's fucked.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think it's actually long term particularly good for either of them. Like, it's cool for a moment.
Yeah.
But like, I just like, now the Orange Tribe I feel like is not going to work together at the merge, right? Because you're going to have Charity and Mitch who like now are going to be like, oh no, I don't like them. And you're going to have Chrissy's like, well, I mean, I had to get rid of her. I couldn't trust her. And they're going to be like, why did you like leave Mitch out though? So like, even though there's the biggest number of them, there's 6 of them. Like, I don't think they're going to be as like unified.
No.
And you have the green people who, as much as I'm sure Say is reminding me. Do you remember back when I played in Second Chances for Vanquish, and I was just like, I will remember that. And then I would just wait, and I waited, and I got people back for it, and I was like, I remembered that.
yeah. I remember.
Say is giving me that. Say is giving me like, all right, fine. I need Cedric for now. It's fine, but I will not forget that you tried to vote me out over Justin. I will get you back. So like, I see that in Say, but I also think Say is smart enough to know, like, okay, but like, these people were going to vote me out, so I can't work with that. Like, I need Cedric for now. So yeah, I think bad move for Chrissy. Long term, Cedric, I don't think is a particularly good player, so I don't think he makes good moves long term.
No, I agree with that. I guess in terms of this, he probably should have just cut ties with Say at this point because of the damage he'd already done. But I guess in terms of like, he just got trust with Chrissy, but also is Chrissy gonna be someone who's gonna keep him safe? That I get. No, probably not. So
I feel like Chrissy is gonna want to go back to David and Camilla and Kyle and be like, okay, now let's all work together. But like, part of them working together at the merge would be that like, all 6 of you should work together. But now there's going to be like some distrust there, and it's going to be her fault because you could have easily just told Mitch.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I feel like it's going to be like a slight communication breakdown. You already have Camilla and Kyle who were close and like are even more close now. Right. Like, you have the other groups that like, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be a good thing for her to have left Mitch out.
Yeah. Yep. Well, Bianca is gone, and her and Thomas can enjoy the pre-jury trip together.
Right? They can go to like Thailand or wherever they're going this year. They can go there together. he can be annoying and she can appreciate it. It'll be fine.
Oh my God.
Somebody even posted, people have been posting like things about that, like, he's delightful.
Mhm.
He's great. I'm just like a stupid hater.
True.
He would probably get along really well with Sarah. That's what I'm getting.
That makes sense. Now Sarah's gonna try messaging Thomas. I hate you.
Yeah, she's gonna get a cameo from him saying "fuck you, Kevin."
All right. So we have our week 5 draft check-in. Cameron is down to 2 people now, is in last place. Poor Cam.
Sorry, Cam, that I took the alternates before you lost yours. And sorry that the alternates are kind of doing well right now.
Yeah, now they're actually doing well. So I guess you won out on that one. And I am at 3, and Sarah still at all 4 people she originally picked. I'm still mad that we all let Joe slide this far and let her pick him.
I know. Joe, so here's the thing though. Joe is going to have a very difficult time winning.
Yeah.
Like, that's the reason I didn't pick Joe. As much as I could tell from the beginning I like Joe, I could also tell Joe is going to have a hard time winning because he's going to have to overcome his threat level, which in and of itself is going to be extremely difficult. And like, knew that before the season started. Then he's got this relationship with Eva that he's going to have to overcome. And like, who seems like the bigger threat of the two of them? It's going to be him. So like, he's got a couple of big hurdles in that. And then you also have to keep in mind that like, somebody like him, somebody who's like a parental caregiver, caring, nice, like when those types of people get to the end, a lot of times they get grilled for like being favorite, like whatever the thing is, because people expect them to just be nice and you can't. And so like, he would also, even if he got to the end, he would have to convince the jury that like, you should vote for me, even though I stabbed you in the back.
Right.
So I have always thought that he would have a difficult time winning. I would be ecstatic if he won, right? Because like, I think he's amazing. But I think he has a very difficult road to win. So she can have him. It's fine. And she can have Charity because Charity ain't going anywhere. That's not going to work. Who else? She has Mitch.
Yeah, she has Mitch. Yeah.
Poor sweet Mitch. Mitch does not have much of a footing. So Mitch is not going to win this.
No, and then she has David.
So David is her shot. And even then, I don't think David is as dumb as he plays. Like he pretends. Like it's very much what I do a lot of times, where like I play like I don't know, like tell me what to do, like because you can't be a challenge threat and a strategic threat. But that's a very hard thing, again, to like convince the jury of once you're sitting at the end. Like, actually, I was smarter than you thought all along. A lot of times they don't believe it because they bought into you when you were playing the character during the game. So,
right.
But I think he is probably her best shot.
Yeah, I agree. I guess my predictions for next week now, going further into that, I mean, I think Charity is the earn the merge boot next week.
I think Charity's in trouble this week.
Yeah.
She hasn't been to a tribal council.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't have strong bonds. I think the people that she's closest with, her original Orange tribe, like clearly that new tribe with Eva and Star, like there are stronger bonds. Like Eva, Star, David, I think they're all going to be tighter together. So her original group, she's also not extremely tight with. Like I don't think anyone is like really concerned with keeping her safe except for Mitch, right? So like, yeah, I think she's going to be in trouble when it's time to do this first vote.
Agreed.
Like who's someone we can all agree on we don't need?
Charity. Yeah, agreed. Anything else you want to touch on before we end this episode off?
No, I just give Joe a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Like, give this man all the awards. Give him a Presidential Medal of Freedom, whatever it is. This man deserves all of it. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
And Eva too. Like Joe gets the credit for like being there for Eva, but like Eva should also get the credit for like putting herself in this position, putting herself out there like that. Like having the courage to be that vulnerable. Like, she knew that this is a thing that could happen. She knew that she could have a breakdown like this, like when she signed up, and she signed up and she did it anyway. So like, also props to her. So it's very easy to like focus on Joe because Joe's amazing, but like also major props to Eva.
Yeah.
The moment doesn't happen without her, and she made active decisions and choices, and got herself to that position too. So
Absolutely. Yeah, love both of them. So I'm happy they're both on this cast. I would love to see them both on 50. Doesn't seem like that's going to happen based on what we've heard, but
I don't want to talk about it because I don't like that cast list. It's fine.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that 50 cast list at some point.
If and when it comes true, we'll talk about it.
Yes, we will. You will hear from us first. All right. Well, with that, we will see you all for the next episode on the Tribe of Nerds.
Fuck you, Sarah.